Watch what you bet here on That Betting Show for April 2nd, 2019. Let's get right into it, Teddy. Good game tonight, man. Top seed up in the air for the Western Conference foes, the Nuggets and the Warriors. Look, trying to jockey for position. Is it the end-all be-all to get the top overall seed? No, but it's nice to have that advantage because if it does end up with these two teams playing each other, you certainly want the home court advantage for either team. Warriors favored as high as 8.5 this morning, total of 219.5. Money line split plus 300, minus 380. If we take a look at the Nuggets, Steady, 39-27 against the spread in the season, 10-11 against the spread as a dog, and 8-10 on the season as a road dog. If you look at the Warriors, same moniker, Teddy. It doesn't change, it seems like. 32-43 on the season against the number, 14-22 as a home favorite, and 7-10 against the spread versus Northwest Division foes.
Yeah, my first gut reaction here was to take Golden State in this ballgame. Denver's struggling right now. They failed to reach 100 for their last 5 ballgames. Their point guard is banged up. The team has lost a little bit of their mojo. And, I mean, we really saw it the other night when the Wizards came out and ended up pulling the outright upset in Denver. One thing we haven't seen from the Nuggets is a lot of losing streaks. They've been pretty good coming off a loss, and they haven't been getting – they had some problems with Golden State. The last 2 meetings, they've had real problems with Golden State. But it's a Nuggets team from a character standpoint. I like this team off a loss in general. Golden State, look, they're the class of the West. They're healthy. They're coming off a monster blowout win. I started looking. When's the last time the Warriors had back-to-back wins and covers at home? Yeah, it was before the All-Star break. We haven't seen that level of consistency. And the media is going to fixate on the playoff picture. They're going to say, look, the Warriors have it easy from here on out. They got home games against Cleveland and the Clippers, road games against, lottery squads, Lakers, Pelicans, and Grizzlies, while the Nuggets, they get a home and home with San Antonio, a home and home with Portland and Utah. Much tougher slate for Denver. So the mainstream media is going to fixate, this game's all about the number 1 seed in the West. Guess what? Denver's not winning the number 1 seed in the West, even if they win tonight's game. And they probably know it. Same story for Golden State. So don't be over-analyzing the seeding picture for this one. Golden State is absolutely, that 137-90 blowout. That's supposed to be a buy sign. But we've seen enough of that from the Warriors that I'm a little bit reluctant to get to the window with Golden State. I think Denver may well be a fade. And we talk about Denver as the number 2 seed in the West. They're not winning. They'll be happy to win one playoff series. I'm not convinced they will. If they play San Antonio in the first round, Nuggets are on upset alert. But bottom line, lean Golden State. I did not pull the trigger at 8.5. Warriors just aren't getting back-to-back covers very often. And Denver, in theory, supposed to try to bring their A game tonight. Whether it's good enough or not, I can't say. So I'm babbling here. Lean Golden State, did not pull the trigger.
Teddy, taking a look tonight, NIT Final Four action. Yes, you heard it right. Final Four. You didn't teleport yourself into Saturday and get ready for the NCAA Final Four Division I. You're in the NIT, the Garden. Good matchup tonight. Couldn't leave this one off to take it, Teddy. Wichita State and Lipscomb. We put the card up there at +1, but now I'm seeing right now some line movements to pick'ems, and even Chris Offshore now reporting a -1 in the favor of Lipscomb now, 7 p.m. tonight in the Garden. That is game 1 tonight. The Shockers, Teddy, 21-14 against the number, 5-1 against the spread on neutral court games. And keep in mind, Teddy, this is the 8th straight game away from home for the Shockers since the season ended. And if we take a look at Lipscomb, very good against the number as well, 18-11 on the season, 8-2 as a spread as a dog this year. But it's going to be interesting to see if they close, Teddy, as a favorite or a dog, but within maybe 1 or 2 points from what we're looking at. But also, how about this one, Teddy? Going through the season, you're playing conference tournaments, but different conference tournaments have different rules. Home teams, away teams. First true neutral court game on the season for him, Teddy.
I mean, look, this is definitely a game that's going to be about pace. You have a pace and space offense against a grind it down defense. Lipscomb coach Casey Alexander talked about pace. That's probably going to decide the game. It's very important for us to be able to play the way that we play. We need tempo and aggression. We need to have to play aggressively if we're going to be any good. Ken Palm's numbers show Lipscomb's, the 14th fastest pace in the country, average possession lasting less than 16 seconds. Wichita State knows what's coming. Head coach Greg Marshall. You have to be ready to be in sprint mode, getting back and talking and pointing and trying to level the basketball off. When you do that, you haven't even got half the battle accomplished. Then they start dicing you up with their cuts. They do such a good job moving and screening and back cutting. All that being said, Wichita State, the first team in the NIT history to knock off the top 3 seeds in the region to get here. And they just faced a team, I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, but Furman runs a very comparable offense in half court compared to Lipscomb. The good passing center, dangerous shooters on the outside, very comparable to what they saw. Wichita State do a pretty good job against Furman in that ball game. So it's not something they haven't seen before. The quote, Wichita State junior big man, Jamie Inchinique. Our main thing is to try to slow them down because it's a really good team in transition. They have players who can push the ball every play. We need to try to slow them down a little bit and make them play our game. We don't want to play their game at their speed. Side and total, absolutely related in this one. Lipscomb's going to win and cover. They need to score points in bunches. The pace needs to be fast. Wichita going to win and cover. This game needs to be relatively slow, and it's likely to stay under the total. So depending on what you think about the side, you may want to try to maximize your return on investment with a 2-teamer side and total for this one. Side and total are absolutely related in the NIT Final Four.
Yeah, 2 teams playing really good basketball. Keep an eye on that one. Old friend, new team, Teddy. Hello. New phone number here. Phillies and Nationals as high as 175 this morning. Total of 7 p.m. tonight. Nationals Park. We take a look at the season. It's hard to get into hardcore statistics after only a couple games, but the Phillies sitting at 3-0 atop of the NL East. The Nationals are 1-2. And don't even get me started on my Philadelphia Phillies, Teddy, who Aaron Nola started opening day, which was last Thursday. Max Scherzer started opening day, Teddy, which was last Thursday. So it's going to be a great ace versus ace tonight. Wait a minute. Max Scherzer's on the mound, but Zach Eflin is on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies. I don't understand it. I don't get it because my thought process behind it, Teddy, is usually I want to get my best pitcher out there as many times as I can. But maybe analytics say that's not the right point. I know I kid, I joke, but a big game here on deck, Teddy, in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, what are you worried about the analytics for? And sometimes I understand a manager's decision. Hey, let's not go ace against ace. You throw your ace one day, we'll throw ours the next, and we'll see how it goes. And it's not like the Nationals are short on alternate aces behind Scherzer. Obviously, Eflin doesn't have a great track record against Washington by any stretch of the imagination. Scherzer, on the other hand, has dominated the Phillies. 9-2 in his career at 17 starts at an ERA of 2.64. Mowed him down repeatedly last year. Certainly looked pretty good on opening day. And, of course, Bryce Harper's returning to D.C. Interesting to see what kind of fan reception he gets. Scherzer, he signed there forever, basically, or at least forever in my career. We're going to be facing each other a lot. This is just the first. Whatever happens on Tuesday, it's going to be over the course of a career facing him. This is just round 1. Should be a lot of fun. And my gut reaction for both of these teams right now is to look at overs. Obviously, the Nats over the total on Sunday. Trey Turner with the game-winning home run in the 9th inning to beat the Mets. Bullpen struggle. Phillies, bullpen has struggled early on. 2 dicey bullpens, 2 potent lineups. For me, that has me looking at the over as the Nats play the Phillies tonight.